It's come a long way since its founding in a Harvard dorm room in February 2004, but Facebook is still the biggest show in town, despite fierce competition from other advances in social media. Founded as The Facebook by Mark Zuckerberg, then a college sophomore, it began as a social networking site exclusive to universities, but quickly grew to become a major outpost for connection in countries all around the world. Its creation was the subject of an Academy Award-winning film, 2010's Social Network, and it now boasts over 1 billion active users, and is still the go-to place on the internet for making long-lost social connections, planning activities, and organising groups.
I think that the primary change is that Facebook started out as a nightclub. It started out as a gathering place for kids. Let's all find each other when we're not in a physical space together. We can still connect and socialize.
North has tracked the company since its auspicious beginnings to its rocky $100 billion initial price offering on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange in 2012, and says that it's morphed over the years from being a place where people could hang out to a utility site that houses useful information used in socialising.
Now it's sort of lost its place as a hangout, but it's gained incredible status as a utility. I call it a utility. So Facebook now is your address book and your photo gallery. So it's a place that you can go to not only connect with people, but to find people in your address book. And it's a huge global address book. And it's got your photo gallery from your entire family lineage if you want it to.
Although it's still considered the gold standard for social networking, the site has had its ups and downs over the past decade, from concerns over its privacy policy to combating a growing online bullying epidemic. Interest is also said to be waning for it as users opt for the more visual social networking apps and sites such as Tumblr or Instagram, which Facebook purchased in April 2012, or Twitter, which provides information in real time. And Facebook still has a problem with spamming, a feature that allows advertisers to post ads onto news feeds of its subscribers, which many see as an annoyance.
One of the things that we hear most in terms of complaints, especially from students here at USC and everywhere else when we talk to people, is they don't like the spamming that they find on Facebook. So Facebook not only runs ads on the side where you can recognize them as ads, but those ads now show up as sponsored stories in your news feed. So it looks like they're stories, or it looks like they're recommended by your friends, when in fact a lot of those links and those stories are just flat out advertisements. And to the extent that that starts irritating people, people will be inclined to go look somewhere else for their sort of social activity. Because people have never liked spam.
But despite its shortcomings, there's still no other site that does as good a job in connecting people around the world.
Facebook right now is facing a huge amount of competition and a real challenge to stay relevant with certain demographics for certain purposes. So for example, kids are gravitating to things like Tumblr and Instagram and Snapchat and Whisper, and they're looking at these more visual, creative platforms, and they're seeming far less enamored of Facebook. But that doesn't mean that Facebook won't maintain its relevance as an address book and a communication platform.
Facebook celebrates its 10th anniversary on February the 4th, 2014.